I'm at Perrys Lookdown to talk about one of the themes of Mountains Mishaps, which is that history should not repeat itself. And of course that's one of the reasons why we write history, is to try to prevent things from happening again. So you may know this story about the tragic story about these 4 boys who died here in a bushfire. They were part of a larger party. The ones that ran down the hill through the fire survived, and the ones who tried to go up the hill away from the fire were killed by the bushfire. That was in 1957. Now, I was very surprised to find that in 1982 the same thing happened again. And that, of course, is one of the themes of this book, is finding out how often things happen in the same places and the same incident. So on the 25th of November 1982, a 63-year-old American, William Paxton, and 2 Swedish men were in the blue gum forest when the biggest bushfire known to have gone through the area hit. The American decided to escape via Perrys Lookdown despite the Swedes' advice to follow them. The Swedish bushwalkers ran for Govetts Creek and stayed there for 2 hours. They were also affected by the fire, but managed to survive in a cave. The American, though, unfortunately, he was found here, dead. So it's very sad, but his body was actually found next to this monument. So that's one of the stories we've got in here about exactly what happened to him and to the 2 Swedish men, and how they survived and he didn't. And so that's just one of the stories in this book about it. I also, of course, tell the full story of what happened to these other poor boys, who their story is actually told by Ivan Thelander, who was with them, on another video which you can watch. It's Fire Stories, A Lesson in Time. It's well worth watching. But just for now, though, I'm just talking about one of the themes of this book, which is that we hope that things will not happen again, but if we forget them, then they will. So it's important that we read books like this one, just so that we know what has happened in the past. And so, for instance, this is why there are now park closures whenever there are bushfire conditions, or extreme bushfire conditions, like total fire bans and so forth. That's to prevent this sort of accident. So thanks for watching, and I hope you'll buy a copy of my book.